Hello, BookTube. I got a package today of books. Um, I know who it's from. It's a library supporter um, and a person who is interested in this small library having the type of collection that will serve this rural town. Like all little teeny libraries, and we are small. Although right now, as I speak, we're building a children's edition on the back of the building. We have a limited budget. We have things we can do like everyone, but our limits are somewhat different than they might be in a urban area. But our patrons have the same needs, and we, we, we do our best to meet those needs. So outside donations, gifts to further that mission, the mission of books and reading and literacy, are always greatly appreciated. They make a big difference. And in this case, it's a special. This person is special for a lot of reasons, but they many of which I am not allowed to divulge. A self-described super hottie is the way I believe he terms it. And he has an impeccable eye for books, and so the volumes we got are ones we really can use. So I'm going to walk everyone through the process of how a book comes to life inside a small library. That book came to life obviously in the author's mind, then onto paper. Many of these books with research, tons of research, actually all of them, because even the fiction book would have required a tremendous amount of research. We'll go, so the book has gone from the author to the page, through research, through the creative process. Obviously has gone through an agent, has been accepted by, in this case, all major publication houses, and then all the marketing and production there. And then it could go to a bookstore and end up on your shelf. But in this case, it went through further steps. Obviously, we would include in that the reviews and the marketing and shipping. In this case, though, it came to the library. So it has a continued life before it gets to the reader. And I'm going to try to show you a little bit of that. What happens to the book before it hits the shelf here. We're sort of a three-person operation. We have a children's librarian, an assistant to myself, and then I'm the director. So we all have to pretty much do everything. Whereas in your big urban libraries, there'd be whole departments doing each of these steps, and they would do it obviously on a larger scale, and they'd be very specialized. But I'm going to take you to the cataloging first, entering the book into our system so that the computer system knows it's here. We'll get it a barcode that's unique to the library. We'll get it a spine label so you can find it on the shelf. And then eventually it'll go downstairs where it'll be covered in a protective mylar. And then we'll put a little sticker on it that says new, and it'll go on the new shelf so that everybody who's a regular patron will come in and see it there, and they tend to want the newer books. We have other patrons who want the older books. So anyway, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do with these books is check for street dates. So I just take the volume, barcode, go to Amazon. It'll probably help if I put it in the box here. Put in the ISBN, boom. So right here, well, you can't really see the screen, It says January 9th, 2018. And before this book and all the others go down to be covered, we always put on a Post-it. If we lose it, we just do it again. But we're a small enough operation, so that's not usually a issue. So the next job is cataloging. So I'm going to take the same book. I'll go into my cataloging program, which is Koha, which is an open source program. And again, I'll just do the ISBN, check it in, and it says nobody has this book that's in my system. So I do what's called new from Z39, search, a selected group of libraries here. And the Library of Congress has it. So I'll go check out their MARC record. That's a machine readable record. And just put in my control, check out some of the different things, main entry. So under 100 you would have Lisa Brooks. You can just do all these tabs. So 245 is the title statement, Our Beloved King. Remainder of title, A New History of King Philip's War. Statement of Responsibility, Lisa King. Place of production is New Haven, Connecticut, Yale University Press, 2017. So you can do this with all different areas of the MARC record. So what I do then is I hit save, and then I got to put it into my library. So we want a shelving location. So it's going to be adult nonfiction. Date acquired. Source is a donation. The cost, which I do not see, so we're going to put $32. Adult print material. So I'm going to come up with a call number. So I'm going to do something a little strange here. I'm going to switch around. I'm going to show you a fast way to do this. So you open up and you go here. And a lot of times they're going to give you the Library of Congress. Now that I said that, they won't. So let's see. The catalog information is available from the British Library, so it's going to be a little different. So what I was trying to show you, and I'm going to insert this little part of the video, if you're trying to find a Library of Congress number or a Dewey classification number, a lot of times the publisher will provide it for you. I mean, you'd need to trust them a little bit. Most of the big publishing houses, it's not an issue. So what you can do is first you have the title page, right? So this is The Wizard and the Prophet, Two Remarkable Scientists and Their Dueling Visions to Shape Tomorrow's World by Charles C. Mann. It's Alfred A. Knopf, New York, 2018, so you can pretty much trust them. And then you're going to go to this page that has all the publishing information. And when you do that, and I'll see if I can do this for you, they're going to have subject headings, so water security, energy security, climate change, all that right in here. So when you're cataloging. But they're also going to have what they call classification. And the first is LCC. So that's Library of Congress. And then the next is DDC, and that's a Dewey Decimal. So on a Dewey Decimal for the public library here, it's 363.70 followed by as many numbers as you want. And if you have a big collection, you would follow that out quite a ways. In my case, we would just do DDC 363.7. Sometimes we'll go as far as three numbers, but we really don't need to. So this is provided for us. And we would just go there and in the case of Alfred Knopf, we would accept it, and then unless we had a real strong reason not to. So that is how you would use the book itself. There's a street date. The book itself to get the information you needed to put on the spine label. So under Dewey, we're going to put 973.2, and then we're going to go with the author's last name, first three letters, which is B-R-O for Brooks. Do those in caps. And I'm going to have to make a barcode, and it's going to be one of our own barcodes. I'm getting to the end of a sheet of them. I'll just pop one of these off, and they're for our own library. So that's a different barcode than the one used by the publisher. Then I put a replacement cost, which is the same as purchase. And then I have add item. So a record shows up with us owning that book. Then I take this in the back here, put it right there. And that's step one to getting this volume cataloged. It's copy catalog, and I didn't recreate the MARC record. Library of Congress did. I can alter it as I will to make it fit the library. But the MARC records, the machine-readable records, are pretty standard. And obviously, if you were in a library, public libraries use the Dewey system. Universities and colleges and research areas tend to use the Library of Congress classification. So anyway, the first step to cataloging a book. So the next step is creating a spine label. So what I do is I go over here to More and go under Tools, Label Creator, do a new batch, label batch. Then I take each of the books we've just worked on, and I go to the library's ISBN, not the book's ISBN. So I go 1, enter, 2, enter. So they're both in there. So I just click Add Items. I've got them both here, Our Beloved Ken by Lisa Brooks and Munich by Robert Harris. So I then export the full batch. And then I want to go here and make sure I'm doing my version of a spine label. And go do it again. And then on the sheet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 labels. So I've used 5, 6, so I did say number 7 to start. Export. Download as a PDF. Open with Adobe Acrobat. So there they are. You can see them right there. So I click Print. I have to go to Properties because I'm trying to get it to go from so just go to Basic up here in the tabs to try to get it to go to the tray, and it's a manual feed tray. Hit OK. I'm going to run over to the printer. Put it in face down. And then hopefully when I hit print, we've got some spine labels. See if I did it right. Voila. Spine labels. So before they go downstairs, where they get the Mylar, I just go ahead and pop them off. So they just go on like that. Again, keeping the shelf date right on them. We don't open until tomorrow, so both shelf dates are fine, but they won't be covered until tomorrow. So, Our Beloved King by Lisa Brooks will have will definitely be okay, and Robert Harris's will be okay because tomorrow is the date. So the next thing I do is I just have a stamp here. It says the name of the library. Stamp the front inside page. Stamp under the spine label. Same thing on Munich by Mr. Harris. And then they will go down, be covered with the Mylar. This will be protected underneath of it. They have everything on them. And by tomorrow, patrons will be able to take these books out, sign them out, and enjoy them. So that's the first steps anyway to getting a book ready, cataloged and labeled, added to the collection. Shows up in our collection now. So thank you, BookTube.